Hey guys, welcome back. I feel sleepy, but I'm gonna finish this tea right now.
You know what? You gave me this tea because I was tired too. I said it was going to be a tired episode.
You said it was gonna be a tired episode.
But
What we're tired of is having a 5-year-old here since 9 a.m. Damn near.
I ain't tired. I actually like that. It's about time I got another guy here. I got to worry about girls get punked all day. I get punked by you. Giannis punked me, and the fucking dog punked me. Yeah, the dog was I beat her up. I tagged her up a little bit because y'all treat me up. Y'all beat me bad. But if it was a boy dog, oh man, I get to really fuck him up.
No, my nephew's been here all day with us today, and
I get to beat him up. It was great.
You guys have done everything, and he loves it. He loves it. He's behind Wax all day long, like wax this, wax that, outside doing fires, putting up Santas and snowmen.
We went camping in the afternoon.
It really does show me though what boys are like. You guys are literally pillow fighting with my pillows from the couch. Like my heart is like, come on, this is not the pillows to pillow fight with.
I know,
but I'm thinking this is probably what's gonna happen once Psalm gets here.
This is exactly what's gonna happen.
And I'm about to pull him by his hair
right away.
Find be fighting new pillows to fight with. But quick update: I will be 8 months this week.
Congratulations. Beautiful.
So we only have 8 weeks left of this baby bump that we got going on here. Today, I felt the baby hiccup for the first time.
Wow. Okay.
Like 10 full minutes of hiccups. So definitely went straight to Google to figure out what the hell was going on. I was like, is this normal?
Don't always go to Google though when you're pregnant because it tells you some wild stuff.
You'll have all kinds of things. You end up in the hospital.
Yes, you have the baby. The baby got 3 heads.
And it'll have a hat for every head, just like
literally.
Your head. No, yeah, that's scary. And then this week also we have the baby shower.
Yes, man. I hope is it going to be like a Zoom thing people go into?
So I'm thinking about doing a virtual for everyone else to be able to join us.
Why not, man? And come on.
We can do some virtual games. I've seen some really dope virtual games to do for baby showers. It's like scavenger hunts, like going through your house to find certain things, questions that you might know about us.
Talk to us.
So yeah, the baby showers this week, and I'm just excited to see some people that I haven't we just don't see people anymore.
Yeah, life is definitely different, man. The whole life, this COVID thing got everybody locked down, put up, tied up. You know what I'm saying? Or dying. Shit.
Or dying.
Like it's kind of like wow.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Yeah, people getting shot left and right. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like. You know, when you put a bunch of crabs in the barrel, there's nothing to do but bring them down. When people try to get up and get out, watch yourself. And I'm saying, just like we grown, we'll be out the way. And that's what I always be trying to tell you. And I'm a little different. So when people see me, if they see me climbing, they're going to want to try to bring you down. That's just a natural thing people do. So you can't really get mad at people because that's just what it is.
I hear you, but I don't like to stay out. I like to stay out the way because, I don't go anywhere. And I've never been one to be like everywhere. But I do still like to be around friends. I do still like to be out. Like I miss being out. I miss
brunch. The environment, though.
No, I miss brunch, which I like the brunch. I miss going to the market on Sundays. When we went downtown and there was the market.
That's cool.
I miss all that.
I miss a whole lot of things. I miss my fucking kindergarten teacher.
You know
what I'm saying? Like certain things you just have to let go because times are different.
I don't have to let go of brunch like you let go of kindergarten teacher. And I'm pretty sure you probably got kicked out. So you don't have to let her go.
She used to always feed me. She used to always let me lay on her breast and read me the same fucking story over and over.
So she was a fucking pervert. Pedophile. Okay, great. Whatever kindergarten teacher is, I hope she's in jail.
No, she died, duh.
Who died? The teacher?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's very morbid. Moving on to something a little bit more cheerful. Whoa. So this week, we're going to go ahead and read our Apple Podcast review. I tell you guys that we love reading them, and thank you so much for taking the time to leave a review on Apple Podcast. And we have he or she named themselves, It's Me, One.
Dope.
Do you know somebody?
I know exactly who that is.
How? One.
It's them.
It's them. When they say they said this?
That's them.
That's them. So it says motivating, 5 stars. Really enjoy listening. You guys make me want to think bigger.
Dope.
And definitely, I know that you listen to the show or you listen to our content before because that's something that you say all the time.
All the time.
And we say all the time, think bigger. I've been on this level up thing recently for the past couple of weeks, and I'm like, I need to level up. I need to move up. I need to expand my brand. I need to expand my business, always. But right now, for me, it's like 2021. I don't hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, what I'm going to leave behind in 2020." I learned a lot from 2020.
Yeah, I did.
there was so much that came out of 2020 that it's like, and it wasn't all negative. So
if you're alive, you learned a whole lot.
Hell yeah.
Literally. Like if you're not alive, if you're not dead and you're not sick, you got through 2020. I don't give a fuck how you did it. Like unbelievably how that you be able to pass through all this corruption, all these things that's going on. It could be people losing their jobs.
Yeah.
People,
you figured out that you might not need that job, that you can make it with way less money than what you had before.
I think it ends up being, if you're not dead, it's going to end up being a blessing. Period.
It's going to have to be. You probably got rid of that ancient nigga that you had to get rid of.
You ain't want to see her fucking ass no more. Her talkative, lying ass.
These niggas ain't shit. And he was like, okay, go out there and get COVID. So you got rid of all that. Maybe
that bum ass job.
The job. That's something that for sure, I think people were so stressed holding on to certain jobs,
God
thinking I can't make it. What?
Baby, look at this, man. We got the cannabis companies going out there that people get so many different things that we can go into. You know what I'm saying? Definitely things. I've got the CBD thing going on. I got the cannabis thing. Go to LA and all 100 dispensaries. Who's Wax? Make sure y'all go get that. And it's got so many other things that you could put yourself into that you can make so much more money than you sitting on somebody's job. God bless y'all to get fired. I'm happy that this happened.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I went through this when I quit my job. And it was like, oh, well, actually, no, in 2015 when I got fired.
Good. I'm happy you got fired.
Yeah, when I got fired and it's like everybody got, so that's when it happened. Yeah, it happened to me and it's like I had to figure it out. And then now I'm sitting here about to launch the agency and I told May, I was like, we're not launching and I don't want to launch until January. And we already have 4 clients. And I was like, I didn't mean to get 4 clients at all. I was like, we need to get we were going to do 2 pro bono. I'm like, let's just do it so we can show what we can do. 4
Powerful.
Fully paid. And one of them just sent me an NDA. And I was like, is this the kind of clients we got?
No,
where I gotta sign an NDA.
One thing that she don't do. That's why I could try to continue to put her up and show her who she is, because she don't know who she is. Like she don't know that that's a special thing that you have. Everybody can't do it. Everybody don't have it, and you'll break yourself down. And be like, oh, maybe I just do it for this. I'm like, no, all the knowledge and stuff that you have, people wish, and that's why they come to you. And you try to dumb down the price. Why you let yourself go down that low? Put yourself higher.
Sometimes I want to help because I didn't have that help.
Respect.
So I think that now I'm able to separate both. Like you're always telling me break things down like drugs, dimes, and nickels and whatever the fuck y'all do. So I have that now with the academy. I have templates and I have the academy where it's like you can do it yourself.
$10, $40 spots.
But this agency now is for the people that are buying pounds, and they're like, you know what? I'm not here to sell nickels and dimes. It's pounds and I need you to do it for me. So I'm like, I kind of feel like a drug dealer here when that invoice comes in. I'm like, oh, okay.
Baby, you got to put something in the safe. I always put something in the safe. So you got to, she be keeping all her bread at the end of the day. I don't say nothing.
No,
but
it's
every
on
time
account.
it don't matter. It don't matter. So you go ahead and in my motherfucking account, go grab something, throw some money in that motherfucking safe. I hate
taking cash out. The
put
cash
it in the
safe drives me crazy.
It don't matter. She don't never know. Both of us is on some other shit at any time. You never know. We can't get a paper trail and we can't go to the fucking bank or the bank's closed down or some other shit might happen. We need to at least have enough to be able to grab that and get the fuck out of Dodge or whatever the case may happen. Like, baby, come on.
All right, I'm going to go and get $500 tomorrow.
Just throw it inside the fucking safe. Come on.
All right, fine.
Because every time I go out the house, I make sure I put something in. I don't care if it's $100. I put something in the safe just to build it, that.
I don't even, that $100 that I took from you the other day that you said you didn't like, it's still sitting there. I don't touch the money. You were gone for 4 days. I didn't go out nowhere.
I ain't mad. She took the money because I said I ain't like the way it looked.
He went to the bathroom. He kept complaining about he didn't like the way this 100 looked. It was an old 100. I don't like how I look. I don't know how I look. Okay, nigga, give it to me. I'll take that. Don't you worry if it's really bothering you that bad. I got you. Do you feel better now? I'm only here to make you feel better, baby. Don't you worry.
Yeah. Good job.
Right.
Again, you here. What was I doing? On the toilet. Hey, guess who messing with me? Guess who messed with me on the toilet again? Like, oh, she's opened the door. I'm like, what's up? I'm like, I don't like this money. There you go. Get her out of here. I just really gave her the 100 to leave me alone. And she think I don't like the money. Good job.
Wait a minute.
Duh. Yo, soon as I gave her the 100, she forgot about even wanting to mess with me.
So can you bring more hundreds to the bathroom?
Then you keep leaving me alone.
Yes.
I'm going to do ones this time. I'm going to get $100 worth of ones. and give her $1. Shut up.
Pay me to leave the toilet. I got you. Speaking of that, we do have a pet peeve of the week. I have one, but you said you had one?
Yeah, I got a fucking pet
And you
peeve.
know what you can't say, so go ahead.
Listen, baby. I know.
Why you gotta breathe like that?
Because it's just like you don't want me to say that you talk too much, but you talk all the time, and I love it. I love it. I'm about to say I love that part about you. So that's not the pet peeve.
Okay, good try. Go
ahead.
The
pet peeve is my baby, right?
Oh God,
I love her so much.
Why are you smiling like that?
Because you're so crazy. It's so unbelievable, and I know that she loved me too. That's the fucked up part about it. Is that I could say something and she don't want me to feel bad. Like earlier today, I said, baby, your legs ashy. They not ashy. She'll be like, I know. And I'm like, why you lie? They not ashy.
But they are.
Baby, stop it. See, no, it's just unbelievable. I could say, baby, remember we watched this movie last night? That shit was so funny. She'd be like, ha ha, yeah. And it never happened. I said, baby, you love me that much that you got to really like just say anything.
Well, sometimes I do things just to stroke your ego. Like, sure, absolutely.
No, it's too much. It's too much.
Honestly, my legs were ashy. And if you tell me something was funny, I don't like, you're always sending me like stuff on Instagram and he's like laughing. Nope. I don't think any of it is funny. I'm like, none of it is funny to me. I don't lie to you about that.
That's not what I'm trying to say. Just put my foot in my mouth again because
you said that's not true. And it's
beautiful
not
face.
True.
Beautiful face. You said my pet peeve. Do I say anything about you and you? Can I talk?
Fine. I think he's lying.
My baby could sit there. You could sit there and say something about Wax, and she's going to agree with it for no reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whatever. Well, I'm gonna.
So that's my pet peeve.
Stop doing that.
I can't have a pet peeve. That's why I don't have a pet peeve.
That's bullshit.
This is the pet peeve. This is what happens when I got one.
Okay, well, today's pet peeve sucks for the record. It's a stupid pet peeve and it's bullshit. Okay, it is bullish.
I like it. I think so. Well, now you know that I'm on you. Just think a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
Ay, por favor.
Yeah, ¿cómo estás?
Sure, I'll think.
So that's all I got, baby. I love you. Mm-hmm. I think you're beautiful, and I mean the rest of the shit I do. Too. Just when people like, oh yeah, because this nigga, I'm like, yeah, right, and I be like, baby, think about what they just said about me.
Well, some things I do believe it.
That's retarded. Can I say that?
No,
I'm sorry.
You can't say
that's not true because I just sometimes say stuff just to see if you're going to say it, and I know that's what you do. You got a syndrome. I don't know what it's called. It's called.
You know what it's called?
What?
Moving right along.
It's called bullshit.
To today's topic.
Let's go. What's today's topic?
So today's topic actually comes from something that it's currently in the news and it's going around, but it made me come up with a topic, and it was, I know if you guys are on social media and you hear it, Summer Walker. She's an artist, an R&B. You know who she is?
I heard of her before.
You heard of her? Yeah. I can't tell you from the top of my mind.
She used to be with Wiz Khalifa, right?
No, she's with London on the Track.
Oh.
So she's a young girl.
Babyface or something like that.
Okay, shut up. No. So basically the point is that she just came out that she was pregnant with London on the Track. And I guess they have an on and off relationship.
Sounds like a relationship.
But what happened recently, a little while ago that was in the news, is that she kind of talked about someone's baby mama, like, about taking them to child support. She had her opinions. Comes out she's pregnant with London on the Track. He has a track record of not being there for his three other children.
Okay.
And now she's pregnant. She announces she's pregnant. It was all good. And then now she puts out like this Instagram thing. They broke up again and basically called him like, this nigga ain't shit. And
but what's that though? What's ain't shit? I mean, the baby not here.
So basically he's like, he's not going to be there for his kids. And now he's like airing it out like he really isn't there for his kids. But the topic of today is you can't change a man. He wants to have to change himself. So that is what's bringing forth this conversation, because I believe
it's 50-50.
What do you mean?
A girl plays a big part of a man's changing. So she is the thing that changed him. That car got gas in it. It is the car. It didn't change the actual vehicle, but it changed something to be able to happen. It changed it to be able to go. It changed the car to be able to start. It changed something in it. So whatever battery that you put in my back to be able to make me change, you are a part of the change. It's just different ways how that is. So you can change a man. A woman can change a man.
Can, if he is willing and he wants to. It's where I'm coming from.
If it's the right gas. If it's the right gas for that vehicle, it will drive that car, period.
Right. So I'm gonna read some of the things that she said just because it's a little bit relevant. So she tweeted she says, I try to get him to spend time with his other kids as much as I could. He ain't want to because he's selfish. I try to get his baby mama to let him see his kids. They didn't want to because they were bitter and hated me for no reason. I try to get everybody just to get the fuck along like one big happy family, and instead everyone just wants to shit on me, and now I'm eating this shit another stick.
Is she doing this while she's pregnant?
While she's pregnant. But this right here leads me to say, don't publicly talk about a man and his children when you have no idea what's really going on, or just because you think that things are going to be different with you. I feel like
you hear one side.
You only hear one side. You only see one side. You haven't been there long enough to really see it. I remember being in a relationship. I was in a relationship with somebody who had a kid, right? And it's like, you don't know this person. You don't know what they put him through. The same thing with you and your baby mama. As much as you tell me what happened, I don't know her. I've never spoken to her. I can only go by what I see now. But at the end of the day, that's not my position to go publicly and speak on what you got going on, because I'm not there. I wasn't there. Those feelings have nothing to do with me. So when you go now publicly talking about thinking you're going to be the one to change him, honey, he's not ready to change.
Yeah. Change is actually change. Change is actually action. Changing, talking. That's why I don't look at this. I'm more of a looking at somebody's body language more than them talking and actions. I'm a body language and actions type of person. You can sit there and tell me, oh, I don't like this nigga. I don't like this nigga, but you all a nigga face. But I just don't like this nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, good job. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Or
dudes saying like, I want to be there for my kids, but when they have the opportunity at the time, they're not there with their kids.
Same thing. Like you gotta step up to the plate. You know what I'm saying? So I hate people just over here running their mouth. I don't care about mouth stuff. Mouth shit don't mean nothing. People who talk too much is the ones who think they know everything, and I'm the ones who don't know nothing at all and always end up fucked up.
End up in some situation. It also makes me think of this question that I saw is, how many times have you let a partner get away with treating you in a way that was less than you deserved? Yes. And I think we do step into relationships. Again, she's very young, so we're going to talk about the age aspect of it as well. But when you're in a relationship and you allow people to treat you a certain way, you know they're treating you that way, and you just let it keep happening.
Sound like a woman. Happening.
There's some men as well.
Yeah, it is. But women, y'all have a trait, and it's a wonderful trait, and it's a thing that God gave y'all. Y'all always want to fix things. Y'all always want to better things. Y'all always feel like I can do this. I could be the one, because you know what? You do have the capability to be able to do that. God gave y'all that. And you just be like, all right, let me try this on this one. It's just this one, you just ain't willing to stay there. Because if you stay there and go through the abuse, you actually can make this man and mold them. You know what I'm saying?
But what you're doing then, and I don't know who I was telling this to recently, and I felt like shit telling her, not really, but I said it, I was like, man, who was I talking to? I was like, you're basically shaping him for somebody else.
Literally.
I remember telling someone,
unless she stayed there though. If she stayed there, she shaped her for herself.
You said something about building someone up, and I wrote something in my notes where I was like, age and experience is going to help you grow out of wanting to build a man the same way you build a bear at the store. You know, here you want to build this man and teach him how to be more responsible, and teach him how to be a better father, and teach him how to be a man.
Things you want.
And
certain things you want
turn
when
him
you
into
get in
who
the
you
car.
want. But you have to have a man. A relationship works when you're two whole people that then are willing to work on yourselves.
Yes.
So I have found myself, like right now, thank God, in a position where it's I know who I am. You know who you are. We know our flaws, and we know what we need to work on, and we're willing to work on it.
Definitely.
When you sit here and you find a man who's a Mr. Potato Head, and he don't know where his left hand is, or where his right eyeball is, and it's still dealing with some girl, that you can't build him that way. You're trying to go to the first baby mama house and grab the eye, and the second baby mama house and grab the hat. Like, you're building a man that
can't even find the meat. Meat gone. Ben lost that shit.
That
shit. What the fuck you gonna do?
The meat is just floating around.
Shit gone. Or it's just like, you know, some people go to junkyards and buy junkyards and want to fix that whole thing up, and they're gonna take more time just going to the dealership and buying a car. You see what I'm saying? That's everything already
and
fixed
it doesn't
up.
Have to be a brand new 2022 car. You know what I'm saying?
Some people want that. Some people want a guy already rich and already got his career and stuff. That's the brand new 2020 car.
But are you coming as a 2020 car too? Because there's a lot of women that are coming wanting a 2020 car, but they're 1987 Geo Metro.
If they can afford that 2020 or catch that eye of that 2020 car, that guy who has everything, all the sunroofs and the heated seats and all that type of stuff.
I feel like that should never work.
Maybe it's not. It maybe not. You know what? The people who actually last longer, who keep their cars longer, is the ones who fix their cars up from the junkyards. They have these cars and antiques forever. These new 2020 cars is going to be like this.
Though.
They're going to be all the time. But that's what I'm saying. These relationships stay forever.
Yeah.
These other cars you take out all the time and they get wear and tear and you throw them away, they crash.
So, but what I want us to be aware of or beware of is the fact that, yes, there's things that I'm working on with you and things that you're working on with me that we're like tweaking and putting together and nuts and bolts. But there are just some cars that is meant for the junkyard and need to go. There are some that you just
but people like those junkyard cars. They like that car that always break down. They keep it forever.
And that is going into trauma bonding. So let's go into trauma bonding and how that works, because that also identifies as love when it's not. So according to Psychology Today, it says trauma bonding is similar to Stockholm Syndrome, which I'm not sure if you know. No, Stockholm Syndrome is when people are held captive, come to have feelings of trust or even affection for the people who captured them and held them against their will. You know, when people get like kidnapped or whatever, and they fall in love with their abuser or whatever. So this type of, it's a survival strategy that can occur in a relationship. It's called trauma bonding, and it can occur when a person is in a relationship with a narcissist most of the time.
Yes.
It happened to you?
Yes.
With who?
My Range Rover. This fucker, I loved her, drove amazing, always broke down, always gave me problems. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And I continue to keep on putting out there because it's good look. Is actually, when it is good, it's good. But when it's bad, it's horrible.
Well, I don't.
But I had this just thing to just keep on fixing it, keep on going with it. And I was like, why am I keep doing this to myself?
And I see that actually in your relationships of close people to you that you want to help fix, and you always want to be there to fix, because the experiences from trauma bonding, it's something that we have as children with our parents. So then you start figuring out, you create this bond with your partners with what your parents did. And you can say this from me, my family and the way I was brought up, it was a lot of violence. Like it was just whoop my ass and take me to eat something, you know, or what. So when I get into relationships, I'm like, oh, then I'll get with somebody that we can cuss each other out, fight, bring blood out, and then say I'm sorry and keep it moving, which is why sometimes you and I argue, and then it's like we go at it like to our heads, we're screaming, and then Ayana's like, are you guys kissing right now? You guys just were about to kill each other 5 minutes ago.
She couldn't believe it. She can't believe us. I'm like, man, shut the fuck up. Blah. And then
we're laughing.
Like, baby, come here. Like, or
but
2 seconds. Like,
we have
bipolar.
We learned
Tourette's.
Shut up. It is really bipolar.
It's bad. Unbelievable.
But with some other relationships that I had, it was like I was staying in relationships where it was, you and I haven't gotten to the point where it's like every weekend you're beating my ass and I'm bleeding and you're cheating on me and I'm accepting this trauma. But that was me accepting it because I grew up that way, and that's what I saw.
So you expect guys to be. I mean, and that's one of the reasons why I was doing it, because I thought I was supposed to have 48 girls. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was supposed to go.
But why? You didn't see that? Who did you see doing that?
My brothers and my family, my uncles, everybody. Everybody had multiple girls. We Smiths. Our breed is different. We was there just to be used.
But you didn't see your dad doing that?
Like that. Thank God. You know what I'm saying? Because my dad was doing that. Imagine more of that. You don't need no more of that from Wax. Like, easy. Thank God he gave me that other structure, the other side of being a pastor of the church, and my mom and them being in the church and growing me that side, because I had best of both worlds. That's why you look at me now, but like Pastor Wax, and then it's like, you know, I'm with the shits. I knock you the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? So I got the best of both worlds. So I also definitely want King, the way we growing. I definitely want to have
him to see this.
Oh, come on, that's needed.
It is what we want him to see, because he's going to see other shit. But the same way, I think you're able to be here and evolve here later on in life the same way as me, because we saw it. So I look back to relationships, and now as a grown woman, I can look at it and say, this is what it's supposed to be. That's what it's supposed to feel like. It's not all a fairy tale, like that traumatic, abusive relationships. That's not how it's supposed to be. So I think we saw it, but we identified more with the abusive one and with the crazy ones.
The norm. I thought that was the norm because that's the only thing that was around.
And it's not normal.
And also the environments that you into is a certain norm of other things that you're into. The people you're around, you start seeing yourself like, oh, we all going through the same shit.
Mhm.
And that's usually what it is. So when you start evolving and getting bigger and better, you start seeing people in better situations, and you start seeing yourself like, I can see myself in this better situation, because I wouldn't be able to do this when the stage that I was back in the day.
Right.
So I'm like, she should feel sorry for anybody who dealt with her crazy ass back in the day.
I feel bad.
You should,
I did some shit.
Because where we are right now, this is the people that, like, if you had got me back in the day, this right here, oh, you had you.
I was just talking to Wendy, I think it was yesterday, before yesterday. I was like, man, I was so disconnected. I did whatever I want, said what I wanted, went when I wanted. She's like, that's the difference when you respect who you're with. Yes. And not that I didn't care for the person that I was with, but there was no respect there. Yeah. I was still me, and it was like, you can just you next to me, cool, do what you gotta do. Yes, it was like in a way, like a fuck buddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like we're in a relationship, but at the end of the day, I do what I do when I want, and there was just no respect. Like, I would go out and come back at 3 a.m. It's like, what's up? And not even like not saying, I don't know. It was wild, but this is where you want to be. And I think, again, going back to Summer Walker, she's 24 years old. She's young. The trauma bonding in there. I saw it because another tweet she put was, she said, Black men got to start doing better when it comes to being a father. My grandfather's lame. My father's lame. And this nigga's lame. I guess the cycle will just continue, which then shows me this is what she's been seeing this whole time. So when she sees what her grandfather does and her father does and her uncles, she's like, oh, well, let me fix him so he can be different than them. Yes. And she's just thinking that trauma was bonding them, which really...
My mama and them let the guy just do anything they want to do to them. And I would have took charge, and I'd do this, and I can fix him.
I can do what my mama couldn't do.
Now she's showing where she's at. Now it's like, help. This is the first sign of help is like when you see a rat. If I see a rat in the living room, when you turn the light on, that means he's about to die.
Who's about to die?
The rat is about to die. He already ate poison. And me too. But
I'm like, which one of y'all is finna die?
Yeah, but if the rat if you see a rat out during the daytime and he's not hiding, because they swift, they already know exactly what time they feel. They know when you hit the ground off the bed. You know what I'm saying? So if they stay out, they are Lulu. You know what I'm saying? They already ate poison. They don't know exactly what.
That's like the duck I hit the other day. Y'all, crazy. I was freaking out. I took him to the airport, and I'm driving back home by myself, and all of a sudden I wasn't even on my phone. Like, I'm literally just driving, like, zone, because you just drive home. All I hear is this boom, loud hit to the windshield. The whole truck like moves, and I know that it felt like a person like I hit the truck. And when I look back, all the cars are like stopping, whatever, and there was a duck.
So she had a hit and run.
Ass duck. And I looked at it, and it was like getting up and falling down. So it's dying. What the fuck I'm gonna do? Turn around for the fucking duck?
No, it's COVID. Go.
Yeah, so I just kept going, but I called you freaking out. Like, I think the duck is dying.
What did I say?
You were like, did it break the windshield? Are you okay? Did it break the windshield? And I was like, no. I think it's fine. But I was really shook up. Like, it shook my heart. Like, but I never saw a bird like that big being hit. But you told me, you're like, he's sick, or he or she is sick, whatever.
Exactly.
Once it's flying that low, something's wrong with it.
Exactly.
So anyways, going back to this and to close off on that one, I just want to say that sometimes we confuse abuse and trauma with love, and it's very easy to intertwine those and not see the difference. But with time and age and experience, you have to go through that experience. I had to go through all my experiences to be able to appreciate what I'm going through now. Amen. So sometimes, like, when they say touching the hot stove, other people's experiences, or even if you see somebody
being wise.
Yes. Even if you see somebody else with a broken hand or a burnt ass hand, you're still going to touch it first and be like, was it really that hot? Let me see if it was that hot.
Yeah, you ain't wise. That being a dummy.
But sometimes
experience is the best teacher.
Yeah.
It is. So, and God also going to start taking you through certain things so you can be able to tell the next person.
Right.
So the other person going to need you to say, listen to me. I did it. I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people, come to me and talk to me and able to relate to me. They're like, I know Wax been through it. So let me go talk to this nigga. Instead of going to the dude with the suit.
And
who never been through
some things you listen, because I can say there's some things that I learned from others' experiences.
Of course.
And then there's some things that you just have to touch the hot stove for. Yeah. So it's all different. Hopefully we won't all learn from somebody else's experiences, but hopefully you'll listen to as many as you can and learn from those.
Please. Because that stove, as time go on, everybody know things actually get hotter. Yeah. So if I touched it and I burnt myself, that shit gonna fucking blow your ass up. So believe me, certain things you gotta look at. God sometimes put these people so close to you, and they can able to tell you don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? But if you got some people far away from you, and God take care of babies and fools. And being foolish is not really knowing exactly what's going on. So God gonna take care of you and put you through little journeys and stuff to get you prepared for when you got to go through it. And have that person come through and talk to you. You might be a crackhead, and you always got to be the pastor.
Have instincts. Pay attention to your instincts.
Nah, they got it. You know what it's called?
You feel. We have feelings.
You know what it's called? It's called common sense. What people don't use these motherfucking days. Or you know what they're gonna try to sit there and be like, oh, they did it, but I could get past it. Oh, whatever. Okay, you touched that hot ass stove this time because I just passed it by the skin of my teeth, and thank God I came through the way I came through to be able to recognize it at the last minute. You ain't grow up like that. A lot of these kids and people that like the way we grew up and know what life is. They would never last.
Oh, the kids nowadays? Hell
they
no.
would never last.
Ayana had a friend in here today, and you can just tell these girls could never make it 30 minutes outside their house. Like, oh my goodness, they're so dumb. I'm like, you could never.
They would have a party in here with a bunch of boys right away, and the dudes be like, yo, we stay here. Oh, you see a room right here? Yo, I give you $100. They give them $100 worth of ones, and they're gonna be living in this room with them.
Literally, like, oh Jesus Christ, these kids nowadays are raised and built so different, so different. Like Jesus,
yo, there's no way. Right now, we'd be like, listen, we going to Jersey, you keep the crib because at 15, 16 years old, you could be able to do that to me.
I was working and I had a job. I was taking the bus at 15.
You can do that for me.
And trying to go work because I wanted to work. I could never let Ayana go and get on the bus stop.
No way.
Hell no.
No way. I'm telling you, hell no. I'm telling you that you crazy if you do that.
I couldn't do it.
No way.
Yes, but let's move on over to our advice letters because Jesus.
What we got?
If you have a letter or just a question like one of these, you can go ahead and email us at whatevershesayspodcast@gmail.com. It's also in the description of the episode. We will be able to help you with our expertise advice.
Yes.
We're geniuses, right, baby? So smart.
I like the way you say certain things, though. You know, it's kind of hot.
So this one is actually for you, Wax. It says, so my girlfriend recently got a vibrator.
Okay.
Should I feel threatened or insecure?
Nope.
Will I be replaced with a 3-inch piece of plastic?
Nope.
She tells me that I satisfy her, that her body craves me, but I'm scared she's going to end. But I'm scared that she's going to end up using that more and forget about me.
You know what? And I ain't going to lie to you, man. You know, because my baby, when we first did, like, I don't do that. I ain't always do that. And then when I got it, I caught this motherfucker one time using it when I ain't even around. You know what I'm saying?
It's okay. So sometimes it's just easier to go to it. It takes you a quick couple of minutes. There's no mess. You don't have to worry about somebody else's feelings. It's just like,
I get it. Because listen, when I want to jerk off too, I don't want you around. I actually get pissed off when you be like, baby or Wax. And I'll be like, what the fuck you want? I'm jerking off. But I don't really want to tell you that. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying. Me catching you that's why I left you alone. Like you was up in the room going crazy and under the covers and shit. And I knew that's what you was doing. I just walked in the room and I closed it back. I let you eat. You know what I'm saying? I let you live. But you was all squirming, all going crazy.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone, man.
Sometimes with you want to go to sleep or you just want to get it off.
Yeah, real fast.
Think about sex. Sex takes a lot. You have to
drink
get
water.
Warmed up. You have to be there. You have to make sure you satisfy the other person. You have to pay attention to their body. Yeah. I ain't got no time for that.
Yeah, having sex is like cooking food and y'all both sitting down eating and y'all both good. When you just jerking off is like getting a cup of water, like getting a drink of water, quench that thirst 2 seconds and get the fuck out the way.
Yeah.
Jerking off ain't bad. You're a little thirsty. She's going to eventually need the meat. You know what I'm saying? So you got the penis. That thing is fake. Let her go ahead.
There's nothing like
go ahead and let her wing herself off a little bit. She'll be all right. Let her play with the toys. It's okay. But the thing is, the fun part about it is knowing how to use the toy while y'all actually doing. So that's what I want you to do, brother. Figure out the best thing to do while y'all having sex. Use the toys at the same time and keep that in there. Because now when she tried to do it by herself, she's like, damn, I'm missing something.
But here's one thing I will tell you. I don't know if she is, for women, actually, on this end, if you're listening, which I know you ladies are, using the vibrator too often will definitely desensitize you from sex. So there are times that I have sat here and I have vibrated so much that then when he comes around, I feel nothing. It's like he's pinching the back of my elbow. Have you ever pinched your elbow? You feel nothing. There's this shit. So take a break. There's times that I gotta lock it up. There's times you have to lock it
Put
up.
that shit in the motherfucking
in the safe and change the code for a little while.
Shit is numb because it's zip, 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 zip all fucking day. My penis don't zip, zip, zip.
It doesn't. So make sure that you're not using it too often. Using it together is fun too, but there's times that you'll be like taking it out. I'm like, no. Today I don't want it. I just want you, and I don't want that. I don't want no extra shit. It's just you.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot for me. I'm telling you, like, listen, you control this motherfucker. It's too much for me. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, but I don't. It's two different things. The vibrator don't kiss you. The vibrator don't rub your back and like hold you and like
choke
slap
you
and
do all that type
pull
of
your
shit.
hair. Vibrator doesn't know that unless you got stuck in the battery or whatever.
Yeah.
Now that we helped you guys off with that, let's help some real life couples in our 50-50 court. So 50-50 court is definitely where we help you guys out. If you have any type of issues, it could be definitely a pet peeve with your spouse or something that right now is really annoying you or something you think you can work through. And go ahead and email us at whatevershesays@gmail.com or DM us and let us know, hey, I want to bring my boyfriend, I want to bring my girlfriend, wife, whatever it is, onto the show.
Relation could be your boss.
It could be your boss. It could be
Most
your
likely
sibling.
They fucking their boss anyway.
It could be your kid. Bring your kid. We're parents. We can do that. Say, you know what?
Yes.
Maybe my kid is listening to me. Let's try 50-50 for free before we try a therapist.
Yes.
Boom.
We got you.
We got you.
You know we got these bratty ass fucking kids who know. They know everything. I promise you they know everything.
Bring your teenager onto the show.
She never stopped being a teenager.
Shut up. 50-50 court. Here we come. Let's go.
I like it.